Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter. In Chicago Business Today, healthcare reform and one local entrepreneur. There are so many questions about what healthcare reform legislation will mean for medical industry players in the future. One local businessman, though, sees this bill as a chance to build his business. And he was lucky enough to have a rare seat at the table as the reform measures took shape. Cardiologist Randy Williams founded a small Northfield firm in 1995 called Pharos Innovations, which now sells remote monitoring systems for heart failure patients that save health systems millions of dollars a year.
The health reform bill has a lot of promise for innovation and reform around the delivery of care. I'm very encouraged that in the bill there are specific new incentives that will help provider systems be better integrated to provide care that helps patients, especially with chronic disease, get the treatment they need without having to necessarily be in the hospital as frequently. So I'm particularly excited about the incentive alignment in the health reform bill. And I think that will help clients look to companies like Pharos and technologies and solutions that we provide to help enable them to achieve that level of success.
Two of Pharos' customers are large hospitals in Montana and Iowa, and it just so happens they are the home states of two leading lawmakers on healthcare reform, Senators Max Baucus and Chuck Grassley. Williams has spent about a quarter of his time over the past year on reform, talking to congressional staffers and even visiting the White House this fall. He's pushing for Medicare to test innovative approaches like the ones Pharos produces, which involve home telehealth technology.
It will set the stage, if you will, for meaningful discussions around delivery system reform, but quite frankly will only begin to incent delivery system reform and begin to create ways for delivery of care to be more efficient and higher quality and lower cost.
A lot of the debate on Capitol Hill is focused on insurance reforms that would cut into the profits of insurance companies, hospitals, and drug makers. But then there are companies like Pharos that could benefit long-term from reforms that aim to improve care and slash costs. Williams says that even if Congress passes some of his favored measures, he isn't expecting a wave of business right away. But he says it will likely lead to more add-on legislation in the future and encourage more medical providers to come up with efficient ways of treating patients. Well, that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, be sure to check out this week's print edition of Crains or chicagobusiness.com, where you can also find more videos like this. And don't forget to download our daily podcast. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.